Okay, that's the last question.
So who is your role model and why?
For me, like I said, our school ties goes a long way. Uh, Maybe in India it's slightly different. It's states, I suppose, or I'm sure each country has their own rivalry. For me, I always wanted to play the game. I was so passionate about the game. Even from a tender age, about your son's age or even before that. Um, our first test captain came from my school. So that gave me an indication, yes, if he can do it, I should be able to do it. I was only 9 plus or 10 years old. Unfortunately, the world couldn't see a lot of them because we got test status when they were finishing off their careers, and he didn't play that many test matches, but he was one of them who was responsible in taking Sri Lanka to with some of the others who was, they were responsible in taking Sri Lanka to a stage where we got test status. And I just thought, yes, that's a person. He's a batsman, and my passion was also for batting. And the fact that he has done it, I'm sure I can do it, and I need to work towards that. That's him, and like I said, it's my father. He's been behind me through good times, bad times, tough times, difficult times. He's a person, obviously both parents have been there, but I think I was able to relate more to my father, and the fact that he's guided me to be a honest, a person who's got values in life, I think that's what's more important.
Okay, maybe we can get another chance to have Roshan in Manipal, and we'll try to have face-to-face. We have to start the induction program for the day. Thank you very much for all the questions, and sorry about interrupting the event. I couldn't miss it. Come, let's go. By the way, I just came to know that this young man is a grandfather.
That's a coincidence. My grandson was born on my birthday as well.
His grandson was born on his birthday.
Thank you.
We are going to continue with our induction program. We will first have the introduction of the faculty members by the area chairs. The sequence is as follows. General Management, Professor Vidya Pratap. Information Technology, Professor Kedareshwaran. Marketing, Professor Jayanti. Human Resource, Professor Animesh. Operations, Professor Devmalya. And Finance, Professor Madhu. Professor Vidya.
Good morning, everybody. Can I have my... I wish them. Can I have my area members, please? It's always an honor for me to introduce the oldest member, the senior most member of the college, Professor Vasudeva Rao. He is a graduate in mechanical engineering from KREC Surathkal, that is now known as NITK, and a postgraduate in management from XLRI Jamshedpur. Here's something interesting. He enrolled for PhD in his late 50s, and he got his PhD when he was a senior citizen. Hats off to you, sir. You're truly inspiring. His PhD was from Karnataka University. He has over 46 years of experience in the industry, consulting, and teaching. He teaches project management and entrepreneurship at TAPME. I'll next go in alphabetical order. Professor Amit Srivastava. He's an assistant professor with 7 years of teaching experience and research. He has obtained his PhD from IIT Delhi. He has published in international journals. He's a reviewer of papers in Journal of Management and Organization, Strategy and Management, and Organizational and Change Management. He teaches strategic management courses at TAPME. His research interest is on online economy and emerging markets. Professor Aparna Bhatt, assistant professor, is an MA, MPhil, and PGD PM, and is currently pursuing her doctoral studies at TAPME. She has 19 years of teaching experience in various colleges. She is a certified soft skills trainer in communication, presentation skills, pronunciation, and other behavioral skills. She teaches managerial communication at TAPME. Her research interests are in communication skills, international communication management, intercultural communication management, and multiculturalism. Professor Ishwar Haritas, assistant professor, holds an MBA from HHL Leipzig Graduate School of Management. He has over 15 years of experience in the industry, in not-for-profit organizations and intergovernmental agencies in over 15 countries, across 3 continents. He has worked for the UN and the wing of UN, the International Trade Center, and WTO systems in particular. Here, his roles varied from country portfolio coordination to expert to project lead and lead author. His research interests include microeconomics of competitiveness, including the role of entrepreneurship, global value chain, sustainability, global trends in business, globalization in emerging markets, inclusive growth models, international business, government, and institutions. Professor Sudeep Kumar, associate professor, holds an MBA from Cochin University. He has vast experience in the insurance sector, having worked for 21 years in National Insurance Company. He is currently pursuing his doctoral studies at TAPME. He teaches enterprise risk management, health insurance, and healthcare law. Professor Vasant Kamath, assistant professor and a graduate in mechanical engineering and a postgraduate in manufacturing engineering, both from MIT, Manipal, and an MBA in HR. He has 7 years of teaching and research experience. Prior to joining TAPME, he served in the Department of Humanities and Management at MIT Manipal. His earlier experience includes mentoring student startups. He is now in his final stages of his PhD. He teaches project management at TAPME. I am Professor Vidya Pratap. I've done my master's in psychology and organizational behavior, and my PhD is from Manipal University. I've been in TAPME from 2002 onwards, with a small stint of 4 years at Manipal University in between. Thanks very much. Thank you, Sina. Yes, Sina. The next.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kedar, and I will do the introduction of the faculty from the IT and systems area. So I'd request the faculty members to kindly be on the dais. The IT and systems faculty members. So we are a small team of 5 full-time faculty members and 1 adjunct faculty. So I'll start with the introduction of Professor Abhilash Ramani. Professor Abhilash has completed his PGDM from IIM Kozhikode and a BE from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore. He has more than 9 years of work experience, in which the initial 5 years was in industry, in Cognizant Technologies, and the latter 4 years in academia. Prior to joining TAPME 2 years back, he worked at Vasavi Vidya Niketan in Bangalore, and he handles courses both in operations as well as IT. Professor Karthikeya Bolar. He has an overall academic experience of over 12 years. He has obtained his doctorate in management from ICFI University, Dehradun, and he's done his BE Computers and MBA in Information Systems from Manipal University. Prior to joining TAPME, he's been associated with a couple of business schools in India, including IBS Hyderabad and XIME Bangalore. Sorry? Yeah. He will be teaching statistics and analytics course, and his areas of research are in the area of e-commerce diffusion, data mining, business analytics, and technology adoption. Professor Madhavi Latanandi. She's completed her fellow program in management from XIM Bhubaneswar. She has more than 8 years of work experience, in which 6 years have been in the IT industry. And since the last 2 years, she's been associated with TAPME. She teaches both the first year IT compulsory course as well as 2 electives in IT in second year. Her area of research are in technology innovation, management, and enterprise system implementation. Professor Ram Kumar Durkari. He has an overall 5 years of work experience. Prior to joining TAPME, he has worked with 2 academic institutions for 4 years. He is currently in the final stages of his fellow program in management from IIM Kozhikode. And he teaches courses, he's completed his BSc in Maths and MCA, and takes courses in first year, the core IT course. He takes primers as well as a second year IT risk management course. Myself, Kedareshwaran, I have about 14 years of experience, of which the last 9 years have been in academics, and prior to that, for 5 years, I was working in industry. Prior to joining TAPME in 2012, I worked in the School of Technology, Management and Engineering, NMIMS University in Mumbai for about 6 years. I've done my PGDM in Finance and Systems and a BE Computers. And I typically will take the second year IT courses, electives, and my area of research is in the area of analytics and predictive analytics. So thank you and wish you the very best in your 2 years in TAPME.
Good morning. Yesterday night I called my son and I said, Chellakutti, how many members are there in a cricket team? He said 11. Okay? I said, are you sure? He said 11. I said, fine. I have a team which is 13. So I have a cricket team and 2 umpires. Okay? I request all my team to come on the stage, please. Okay, let me introduce my team. Professor Natarajan.
That's the way the MLA stand next to the Chief Minister in Tamil Nadu.
They also do something else, sir. Professor R.C. Natarajan holds a doctorate in management from Manipal University, PGDRM from IRMA, and MA Economics from JNAU. He has 31 years of experience, of which 15 years in sales and marketing in FMCG industry. including 6 years at Amul, where he has worked before switching to academics. And he has spent 16 years of teaching in TAPME and IM Indore. Professor Natarajan handles marketing strategy. He has expertise in handling the renowned simulations such as Markstrat and Beer Game over a decade. Professor R.C. Natarajan holds the position of director at TAPME since February 2012. Put your hands. There will be a lot of forcing, so please don't mind it. Professor Gururaj H. Kidyur. Professor Gururaj holds doctorate degree in management from Manipal University and an alumnus of TAPME. He's a mechanical engineer. Professor Gururaj has a total work experience of 26 years in industry and academics. Prior to joining TAPME, he has worked in companies such as TVS Electronics, Wipro, and digital equipment in various capacities. Professor Gururaj teaches B2B marketing and personnel selling, among other subjects. He holds the position of Dean Academics. Professor Simon George. He's a senior-most professor in TAPME. He holds PhD, MBA, and MSc degree. He has 29 years of teaching experience, out of which 24 has been in TAPME. He taught a marketing course for a semester in Auckland University, US. He teaches brand management and blue ocean strategy currently. He regularly conducts training programs for practicing managers. Dr. Simon George is currently the chairperson of EEP and BrandScan. Professor Shivkumar holds a PhD in marketing from Manipal University, Karnataka University, sorry. He did a 2-year postdoctoral stint at Technology University Delft, Netherlands. He has done masters in business management and BSc Agri from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, from where I also come. Professor Shivkumar has been with TAPME for 2 decades. Professor Shivkumar coordinates the AACSB activities at TAPME, and in April 2014 was invited to speak at the annual meeting of AACSB at Singapore. He is a chairperson of the healthcare program and also chairman of library committee at TAPME. Professor Prashant V. Yadgiri. Professor Prashant holds PhD and MBA degree. He is a mechanical engineer from Karnataka University, Dharwad. He has total work experience of 22 years, which includes 5 years in industry and 17 years in academics. Prior to his stint in academics, he has worked in Kirloskar Group of companies in the areas of sales and marketing for a period of 5 years. His teaching and research interests lie in areas of consumer behavior, strategic management, marketing of services, and B2B markets. We have a heavyweight champion of marketing department, Professor Vinod. Professor Vinod is from the domain of sales and marketing. He has over 16 years of experience in the industry and academics. Professor Vinod holds an MBA degree from Madras University. He has worked in Kirloskar Institute of Advanced Management Studies, SDM Institute of Management Studies, Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies, and in Narsi Monji he has also been heading the headed the executive education business. Earlier to his academic stint, Professor Vinod was heading sales and marketing at ExxonMobil India. He was handling territory spread across South India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. Professor Vinod has also worked as a trainer for senior management and middle-level managers for many committees. Currently, he is a chairperson of student activities at TAPME. Professor K.J. George, a very important person. You will know why he is very important. Professor George holds Masters in Asian Indian History and Culture and Masters in Retail Operations. He has 21 years of experience, which includes 15 years in retail industry. His last assignment in the retail industry was as the head operations and marketing for rural retail format. And for the past 5 years, he's involved in academics. He teaches retail management. His research interest lies in the field of retail and e-tailing. Professor George holds a position of chairman placement. Professor Mahadevan. Professor Mahadevan has done PGDRM from IRMA and has master's degree in economics from Loyola College, Chennai. Prior to joining TAPME, he was the COO of Loop Mobile, wireless service provider, Mumbai Circle. He has 30 years corporate work experience in marketing, sales, and customer service functional areas in FMCG and telecom sectors in branding, managing brands such as Tata, Reliance, Aircel, Loop Mobile, Amul, Viva, and Maltova. Professor Mahadevan holds the position of co-chair branding and promotion at TAPME. Professor Mayank Joshna Soni, she's not a student, she's a faculty. Professor Joshna is a fellow FPM in marketing from IIM-A. She holds master degree in commerce. Prior to joining TAPME, she has worked in Delhi School of Business, Delhi. She has been reviewer for American Academy of Advertising, IIMA Marketing in Emerging Economic, and she has presented papers in IIMA Marketing Conference. She teaches consumer behavior and marketing research in TAPME. Professor Shishendu Ganguly. I think I need water. Professor Shishendu Ganguly has done marketing, PhD in marketing from ICFA University, Dehradun. He holds a degree in production engineering from Jadavpur University, PGDTM in marketing from Symbiosis, Triple M, that is Masters of Marketing Management from Annamalai University, and Management Teacher Program also. Prior to joining TAPME, he has worked as Assistant Professor Marketing at ICFA, Hyderabad. He has total 14 years of experience, of which 7 was in academics, 3 in academic research, and 4 in corporate. During his PhD, he has worked at Bentley University, USA, as a visiting academic in 2008-2009. He is a reviewer of several journals. His area of interest are service quality, customer satisfaction, and loyalty. Professor Varsha. Professor Varsha holds doctoral degree, FPM, in agriculture management from IIMA, Ahmedabad. She also holds master's degree in botany from Jai Narayana Vyas University, Jodhpur. She teaches marketing management, business research methods, and rural marketing. Her area of interest is in marketing. Her area of interest and research are in marketing, agribusiness, and food industry. She is a reviewer for academic conferences like Indian Academy of Management, Pan IM World Management Conference and IIMA International Conference on Advances in Healthcare Management and Services. Professor Prashant Kumar. He's a faculty, please don't mistake. Professor Prashant Kumar was awarded doctorate from National Institute of Industrial Engineering. He holds a master degree in business administration and a bachelor degree in electrical engineering from recognized Indian universities. He offers business-to-business marketing, marketing management, marketing research, and environmental management courses. He has presented papers in many international conferences. He also has published in reputed international journals. He is actively engaged in research in green marketing. I am Jayanti Tanigan. I hold a PhD in marketing from Anna University. I have done my PGDRM from IRMA, and I'm basically an agriculture engineer. I have almost 18 years experience, out of which 10 years I have worked in sales and marketing in GCMMF, commonly known as Amul. And I have been visiting faculty for 8 years. I teach marketing management, sales management, and customer relationship management. Thank you.
Something just reminds me of one of the chapters we teach in organizational behavior about perceptions. And there is one concept called halo effect. What happens if you have the largest department preceding the smallest department? So don't just go by the fact that only 2 of us are standing here. It's a bit larger department. But because of certain official reasons, 2 of our faculty members are traveling. So on behalf of Colonel James, the area chair, and the rest of the faculty members of HR and OB area, we welcome you to TAPME. And I'll just take you through some details of the 4 faculty members we have right now. I'll start with the area chair, Colonel James. Colonel James was a career army man. He has represented the Indian Army in the Kargil War as well. And apart from his army experience, he worked in the corporate sector for 3 years. Then he switched on to academics. He has a specialization in both psychology and HR areas like assessment centers. So he'll be, in the first year, you will encounter Colonel James, some of you. In the 3rd term, when he teaches HRM. In the 2nd year, he has a lot of qualitative inputs like workshops, some of which are very popular. One of them is in assessment centers area. After Colonel James, let me introduce my colleague standing next to me, Professor Sushant Sharma. Professor Sushant Sharma has several years of experience in the social sector, including some top institutions, organizations which were working for women's rights. After that, he did his FPRM, which is the equivalent of PhD from IRMA. His specialization is how organizations legitimize themselves. That is, how organizations prove that they are relevant to the society. And he is currently working on looking at how the organizations which were working for sexual minorities are going to legitimize themselves in India. Professor Sushant some of you will be having his classes in the 1st term itself when he teaches the course called Organizational Theory and Practice. In 2nd year, he offers a course called Qualitative Research. So Professor Sushant. Then we have Professor Kumar Kunal Kamal. He often says, I'm 3K, but don't confuse it with some American context. Those who would encounter him would actually recognize him for his sense of humor, which is quite a unique one. I can't say weird, but yes, it's quite a unique one. Yeah. He's a fellow he's basically a master's in linguistics from Delhi University, but did his fellow program in the area of organizational communication and organization behavior from IIM Indore. His specialization is particularly looking at how the subordinates talk to the seniors. That's what we typically, in our jargon, call downward communication. he would be teaching you in second term in the course called Organizational Behavior. And in second year, he provides support to the General Management Department, which incidentally is larger than ours, but yes, we support them, in the course called Business Ethics. Professor Kunal is right now in the US to make a presentation for one of his leading papers in the same area of networks and downward communication. Finally, it is me, Animesh. I'll be teaching you in the third term in the course called Human Resource Management. And in second year, I offer an elective called Industrial Relations. So that's the short introduction to the HR area. Thanks for bearing with us. And hand it over to the next department. Thank you.
Good morning. The question raised by Honorable Director Tapme feels, it's really very important to ask again and again we meet. I said good morning. I was a little lost when I saw the introduction of the marketing area. And I was, little, what I can say, confused. What should I say when I come if I have to tell after marketing area? By God's grace, HR is in between, so I get little more confidence actually.